So I wanted to make a video about why you should not rely 100% on the easy apply on LinkedIn. I know it's really tempting to use the easy apply, particularly when a company has a really long application. But here's one reason why you shouldn't rely on it 100%. It's because when you use LinkedIn Easy Apply, the application usually is your name, your email address. They may ask you a couple of what we call knockout questions, like, do you have a master's degree, yes or no? Do you live in Boston, Massachusetts, like yes or no, that type of thing. And then you upload your resume and then you can submit it. Now that sounds great, but what ends up happening is that application does not go into the company's applicant tracking system. That application goes to the recruiter's email. So the recruiter gets an email with the subject line, something like LinkedIn, whatever the job title is, LinkedIn software engineer candidate or something like that. And what ends up happening is that sounds great, right? It sounds like, oh my gosh, yes, I want to go directly to the recruiter. But they're not going to see you. What happens is everybody's doing that, right? And so instead of the recruiter getting, 50 emails a day, what they end up doing is setting up a rule in Outlook or whatever email system they use to say, hey, everything with this title, every email that comes in with this title, send it to this folder. And they create a folder and those emails automatically go there. Now, will they go in there, like let's just say they're going in today to screen resumes to send over to the hiring manager. Will they go to that folder first? Most likely not. Could they? Yeah. But what ends up happening is they get so many emails for jobs that folder that they set up, all it does is turn into a little baby applicant tracking system, essentially, right? Them going in there isn't any different than them going into the applicant tracking system, really. And it's sometimes easier to go into the applicant tracking system because you can usually do everything from the applicant tracking system. You can email candidates, you can email hiring managers, you can forward resumes to them a lot easier than trying to create a new email, put a bunch of resumes in there, write a note, and do all that. Usually applicant tracking systems have templates that all the recruiter has to do is click on it a couple times, click on a couple things, and boom, they've sent the hiring managers 6 or 7 resumes to look at, compared to going into their inbox, going into that folder, finding you, then they got to click on you. It takes them to LinkedIn. Now, they may write you in LinkedIn. They probably won't because they want to keep messages in one place. So they got to go into LinkedIn, or they got to go to the folder, click on the link in your message. It takes them to LinkedIn, so that opens up another window. Takes them to your profile in LinkedIn. Again, they can either message you directly in LinkedIn, and here's another thing, companies only get a certain amount of messages that they can send to candidates. So they probably won't even use one of those messages. They'll probably get, find your email from your resume and email you. Now they gotta copy your email, go back to their inbox, or go back to their inbox, create a new message. Hey John, I see you're interested in this position. Go ahead and apply. But here's another thing. They may check to see if you've already applied, so they know how to craft the message. So they go into the ATS, applicant tracking system, see if you've applied. If you've already applied, they may not send you a message. They probably will just add, look at your qualifications and add you to the list of candidates that they're screening in the applicant tracking system. If all that sounds confusing, it is. It's extra steps that the recruiter would have to do using the LinkedIn Easy Apply method compared to the traditional way of just going into the applicant tracking system and looking through resumes. Now, does that mean that you should not use LinkedIn Easy Apply? No, you still use it. I mean, it can't hurt is how I look at it. It can't hurt to use it. Here's another reason why it's good to use it in addition to applying to the role on the company's website. The job may be closed, because a lot of times recruiters won't go in immediately and remove jobs externally from sites like LinkedIn or Indeed. They may remove it from the company site because that's what has the most visibility from the hiring managers and other people in the company. But they may just haven't had the time to remove it from LinkedIn. So if you see a job posted on LinkedIn, then you go to that company's website in their careers page and you don't see the job, you may not even want to waste your time doing LinkedIn Easy Apply, because the job probably is either on hold, or they may have found somebody for it and they in the offer stage with that person and they're waiting to see if that person will accept the position before they close it out of everything, LinkedIn and Indeed. So yeah, don't rely 100% on LinkedIn in LinkedIn Easy Apply. Do it, but also make sure that you apply to the company's job on their applicant tracking, on their careers page, so you can get into the applicant tracking system where everything is done, right? So yeah, just a tip.